Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another fine edition of the Jimmy Palumbo Show. That's right, show number 233 from Georgetown. Patrick Ewing.
No, you put a P on it. There's no P on it. It always sounded like he was saying hat trick. Hat trick.
Well, my P's pop, I guess. First of all, he played 45 years ago. What else? Hang on one second. Of course, I got technical difficulties. I got things ringing in my face. Mono to me. There you go. Oh no, that's not good either.
What are you
struggling
doing?
early?
Everything all right?
Sometimes I struggle early.
You're trailing. You're trailing.
My bad. Well, of course. This is show number 233. And
turn yourself up a little bit. You turned it too low before.
Back down. Here we go. The technical difficulty. Look at that.
If I was a shitty producer, I'd say, you know what? I'll just stay hot and this guy will stay low and it'll be my show. So there you go. We're done.
Listen. My first pass always sails high. Tap my chest. I got this.
McCarthy.
Well, show number 233, of course, Behind the Glass, your friend and mine, Dave Sturcio. Of the other losing football team fanship.
We played better. We played way better.
You certainly did. We are going to get to all of that very shortly. But of course, at the top of the show here from the Omni, show number 233, which of course we have Charlie Hayes, 1996. You forgot about that one, didn't you? Let's see. What does Tyson Hogan say?
He's got Hayes 33. Are you sure?
Yeah, that's what it said. I didn't think so either.
That's not his number, dude. No, I don't think that's his number for back when he was playing with the Yankees.
That's what it said. Is there a different Charlie Hayes?
No, I know there's only one Charlie Hayes. I mean, he made the last out in 96, but I don't remember.
You know what? I questioned a lot of things with this number 33. But, well, first of all, 33 is a big number for many ways. But you got Ken Griffey Sr. on the Yanks. You also got Doc Medich for somebody. Venditti just drove off the road. Then you got your Nick Swisher and your David Wells and then you got your now Bill Dickey, famous Yankee, number 8, retired Hall of Famer, played with Lou Gehrig, best friends with him. He was as a coach for 11 years. I did not realize that Bill Dickey coached the Yankees for 11 years from 49 to 60. Did not know that. He was number 33 as a coach. Then you got famous giant Jared Bunch, a fullback. And the only reason why I bring up Jared Bunch is I was at an audition. This is only funny to me and Venditti. It'll be funny to you, though. I'm at an audition, right? Back in the day when you went in and you had to have headshots with you. I look over, I sign in on the special sheet. You got to sign in, called the SAG after sign-in sheet. And I see Jared Bunch. Now, it had been a few years since he played. And I literally said out loud, like, Jared Bunch. I look to my right, and there's this humongous African-American male. And I went, you Jared Bunch? He said, yeah. As if like I was calling him into the room or something. I'm like, from the Giants? He's like, yeah, I played in the NFL. I was like, you're Jared Bunch? I treated him like he was like Gail.
Did he have a illustrious acting career or what?
You know what? He's still at it. I got to give him, he booked a bunch of things. He had a cup of coffee, similar roles that I booked, but not as he doesn't have the same career I did, but he's still with it. So, and he's like a strapping young fella now. He looks good. So that's Jared Bunch. And you got George Adams, the player my brother hated. And then you got, for Dave Sturcio's dad, Scott Laidlaw. Do you remember him?
Whoa. How are you getting 33? You're not going to go to Tony D here?
I'm not finished yet. I got to set up something here.
It's the mid card.
Because Scott Laidlaw was number 33 for the New York Giants when he played the 1 year after the Cowboys. We thought he was much better because the Cowboys were winning Super Bowls. I looked up his stats. He stunk.
I got a 33 for you, and I'm pretty sure he's Rutgers alum, played for the Cowboys, wore 33. I got mad at it because I'm like, who the frig is this schmuck? Nate Jones?
I don't think he was 33.
Yeah, well, for the Cowboys.
Well, it's funny. I missed that then. Well, that's funny because Nate Jones, that's what my brother calls my daughter's name is Natalie Joan, and we call her Nate Jones,
I
which
like
is
that.
very funny. So we have fun with that. She still calls her that. He says that like in public with people, and I say, who the fuck knows who Nate Jones is, except for anybody in our
Well,
family?
I do because you play for the Cowboys. So
Right, right. That's like we have a friend Darlene, and they call her Dar, and I call her Kirby Dardar, who's a running back. In nobody knows that. Best nickname ever, I think. If you're listening, what's going on, Kirby Dardar? The also the 33 is shitty because you got Ewing, you got Kareem, you got Bird, you got Pippen, but
popular number.
one of my favorite players of all time, and I've said this on the show. I am not a Cowboy fan. They just haven't been good in a while, so my craziness against them hasn't really risen, but it's in there. But one of my favorite, you got to remember, I was between the ages of, I guess he played, I was between the ages of like 8 and 12 or 13 when you're, watching TV and everything. And the Giants stunk. Number 33 from Pitt, you're a friend of mine, Tony Dorsey. Remember, he had a weird name. They didn't call him Dorset in the beginning. He had a weird.
I don't
Kurt
know.
Gowdy used to. Yes, there was a pronunciation issue there. See if your dad agrees with me on that. But Tony Dorsett, I still think. Here's my memory of Tony Dorsett. Okay, Giants figure 19, maybe say 1979 or 80, somewhere around there. The Giants always played the Cowboys well, even though they were much better than us. And the Giants would Staubach was the quarterback, and the Giants would kind of before LT, Harry Carson, Brad Van Pelt. We would get a major rush on Staubach. We're in the upper deck now. So picture this: I'm 10 years old, and Staubach's about to get creamed. However, he wasn't about to get creamed because it was a setup screenplay, and he tossed it over the head of George Martin into the hands of Tony Dorsett with 8 Cowboys ahead of him blocking. And we were like, and from the upper deck, you could see like,
What do they call that when there's somebody's in front? Cavalry? No, not cavalry.
whatever it was.
I don't know. There's a word for it.
I think I've always said, I don't know where his stats lie, but it's hard to compare stats in the NFL sometimes. But I think he's one of the, I think he's one of the greatest running backs of all time. Certainly you always hear about like lightning and thunder, these guys, certainly in terms of the scat back speed guys. It's just, he was just awesome. He was so fast, so elusive. And he also has that famous
99-yard run.
99-yard run, which he wasn't even supposed to be in the game.
Halloween night, Minnesota Vikings.
Yep. And, but no, I was always a fan. There was one guy, Staubach and Dorsett were my growing up. I never could hate them. Nobody hated Staubach. So that was number 33, Tony Dorsett.
You know, it's funny. You mentioned George Martin before. When I was working with Venditti for the Giants, that was the year he was doing like his walk across America. Do you remember that shit?
Yes. Did you ever hear about all that?
I don't know if it ever, did he ever complete it? I don't even know if he.
Yes. However,
okay, cool.
He didn't like. Okay,
I didn't know he completed it or not.
Listen, it's just the Giants suck. We'll get to that. He decided George Martin said, I'm going to walk across America, right? But like he didn't plan it. He started like, I can take off now. He started walking, and he had like it was never he was going straight across. He was like in hotel rooms and all that stuff. He ended up like in sandstorms, windstorms. He got attacked by like wild.
Well, we were covering it because I was like part of the production
Buffalo.
team, and like every week we would get like an updated like fucking video of George Martin walking across the world.
It was the hardest thing he's ever done. He got attacked by some kind of not a lion, but like one of those.
He didn't make it. Venditti hit him as he drove off the road.
Tyson Hogan, a quick 3 off.
Tyson Hogan.
But yeah, that was funny when he did that. Big George Martin, third down specialist. So that's it. Show number 233. Now, of course, we have your friend and mine segment, and this is why I do the show for this young fella. Where's my camera? There it is. A young Jim Pankovitz. Okay, now what made me laugh about this guy is 6 years in the bigs, 84 to 90. He played with Houston and 1 year at Boston. Pinch hitter, second baseman, outfielder. He's 70 years old now. Batted .250, had 142 hits, 9 home runs. 1986, he batted .283. That's about it. He was 0 for 2 in 1986 playoffs with the Mets, against the Mets. But then I looked at a little research. He played like 17 years in the minors. That
That
nuts.
happens.
You
That
know what I mean?
happens.
17,
These
and
guys
then
just don't know when to quit.
I'm sorry, 15 years in the minors,
Doesn't matter.
and then he coached for 17 years as a manager with the minors with Houston and Cleveland organizations. He got a game in Boston. Like he didn't get one of those guys where he was official player to be named later. He was actually traded for a minor leaguer. How bad is that? But uniqueness, he played in the Little League World Series and he played in the College World Series. So that's not bad.
But he never made it to the actual
He
World Series.
never made it to the actual World Series.
Sad.
But I laugh at guys like now. What I laugh about guys like this is we think like, who's this jerk off? Meanwhile, he was in pro baseball for like 40 years. Like, is there anything that this guy, okay, is there anything that this guy doesn't know? Like, do you think he knows that Gallo stinks? Do you think he knows
He was part of
Volpe
so
stinks?
many eras. You know what I mean?
Like,
Like
think about
80s and then the
80s,
steroid era, and
90s,
then after that.
You know, I picture this guy like what situation he's never seen, you know what I mean?
Right.
Which cracks the shit out of me. But I love the back of the card because it's the back of his baseball card says he was involved in 47 double plays in the Appalachian League. no reference for that. But also, he's also famous for one big thing that the Houston Astros use, I believe, today. It's called player analysis, neutral knowledge, offensive vital information tracking stats, which if you spell it all out,
cheating
it
is what
spells Pankovitz.
Yeah.
It's named after him. It's their internal system of tracking players.
Do you see the game the other day against the Yankees? They got caught with a bad bat or something like that.
Yeah, what is that all about? And first of all, it looked like there was like a.
It looks like he went over with sandpaper or whatever, and I'm like, but wait, I was like, so my question was like, oh, they're gonna label the bat and they're gonna take it away, and I was like,
they did.
Okay,
they ruled.
but he's still on second base.
I know.
Call him out. Like, what's the problem? I don't understand.
I don't. This is why I couldn't be a pro sports guy. I have to be off the couch, because I was the umpire. I'd be like, I would go, hey. I would hold the bat up to the player and go like, "What the fuck is this?" And then the manager comes. You know, the managers come out like to discuss. Hey, what is this?
Dude, but that was the worst part. Like, I didn't care what it was. If it was an illegal substance, they're like putting stickers on it and shit. They're like, well, we're gonna put this one in the league. I'm like, yeah, all right. So call him out then. If it's not legal, then he's not supposed to be on base anymore.
And then they were protecting the bat, like, we're gonna put this in.
Right. Like you put it in a bag of evidence. Like, what are you doing?
Oh my god, that shade so bad. Anyway, so that's our guy Jim Pankovitz, and of course, this is all brought to you by my Patreon. Getting involved here. We're not mired. We're happy at 54 right now. We're looking.
I'm going to start doing it too. You're at 54. I'm at, from the Jimmy Palumbo Show in specific, I believe I'm at 3.
There you go. I'm down. So, I'm only up by 50.
You better watch yourself, because here I come. I'm going to come creeping up.
Right now, it's Joe Rogan, Jimmy Palumbo, and Dave Sturcio trying to get here in the medal round. And we could use the Gary Reasons.
I could use a Lou Gehrig.
Yeah, he's looking for a Gehrig. That's funny. We'll do it every week. Don't forget, I got to talk for my other Patreons. Rob Pastor getting involved here in shape. Joe Sinacor, Ramsey's finest, and my old friend from high school, Robin Achani. I have not heard from her.
That's
Usually
true.
She chimes in. Where's Robin Achani?
I don't know.
She probably pissed off at me or something. I don't know why I didn't do anything. But maybe she'll chime in now.
You look like you're going to Ole Miss, by the way, with your bright blue hat and your red jersey. Like, you got a weird Ole Miss feeling to it.
All right. There's a reason why I'm wearing this giant.
Sam, yeah, I know you noticed that. I'm doing the old Mike Francesa right now, sponsored by Diet Coke.
Yeah, Francesa.
Left over from my 40th Rager on Sunday that Jimmy didn't attend. But
well, we're gonna get. I have it in my notes. First of all, I'm wearing this hat because my sister last week was here helping me out, as you well know. Then we had to look for this throwaway rug or something like that. And we were at Burlington Coat Factory. Okay, which is, if you're in Burlington, in my opinion, if you're in Burlington, things are not going well in your life. That's how when you walk in.
Where would you rank it in the land of like Marshalls and
Burlington is like the Rutgers compared to Alabama of Coles and Marshall. It is something you walk in there and it's like, wow, what am I? You walk.
They got more than coats, right? They got more. I don't think I've ever stepped foot in one.
It's not even called Burlington Coat Factory anymore. You just walk in there and you just feel shitty about yourself. Okay, I don't care what anybody says.
Start wiping yourself off like, am I
Yeah,
dirty?
you walk in there and you're like, these things in, you know what? Second and third, nobody out. We didn't score. Like you know what I mean? You walk in there and they have a security guard there. And I feel like I went up to him and said, "What do you care if anybody steals anything here? Why are you like this?" And then they have shirts there for $6. Okay, that are like they claim to be clearance, and then you have to wiggle along this line to get to the cash register, and in that line, all they sell is shit of just shit. There is nothing in Burlington factory.
You hit Sims for a Sims. I haven't heard Sims in a long time, man.
Yeah, remember Siemens is closing their
Siemens first.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then you can go get your 8-tracks at Sam Goody. Now we're really going back.
Sam Goody, there you go, Corvettes. Anyway, so then I end up in this one section. They have like gear, you know, like NFL, NBA stuff, and it's never like it's always like the off-brand. Like so. Anyway, all of a sudden I see they have like a row of Giant hats, and I like the ones that are like not with the plastic in the back, and it said Giants. I'm like, oh, $9. I'm like, you know what? New season, Giants didn't play yet. I'm gonna buy a Giant hat. So walking out of there, here. My sister sees it. She goes, "Oh my God, that's so nice! I want to get one." We tried to look back. Couple days later, I went back to Burlington. Now I'm on a first name basis. I'll be working there in 2 weeks. You know what? I want to do a show live from Burlington.
Let's do it.
And I see another Giant hat, and I bought it for my sister, and I gave it to her. So I thought that was very kind of me to do. And I figured I'm going to wear this Giant hat. I don't have a Giant hat, and now I don't need to have one. And of course,
that is football. I got rid of all my Giant shit.
Oh God! But of course, looking for this hat, I was certainly chasing miracles this weekend. And if you go to chasingmiracles.com, you will get shit your body needs. That's right, chasingmiracles.com. Go talk to Tommy and Donna. You get your stem cell patches. They have all kinds of drinks, which I got to get to you next time I see you. And they work on all kinds of stuff. It's a really cool website. Go check it out. You're going to love it. Chasingmiracles.com. X39 and X49 patches here at Shea. Non-invasive day. And it's not like you're putting anything into your body or anything like that. You could pee in the cup, Dave. And there's been times in your life where Sturcho could not pee in the cup. Dave.
Still can't pee.
Still can't pee in the cup.
It depends. It depends on what's legal and what's not legal. It depends on what state you're in. You know,
I've been there. You know what? If I pee in the cup, all it comes out is fat. So go to chasingmiracles.com here from the Omni. Now, all right. There's so much we got to get to, which it's not even, none of it's funny. So before we get to the NFL, the Scarlet McKnights, listen, Rutgers is 2-0. 2-0 is 2-0. We didn't play anybody great. I'll give you that. But you know what? Ohio and Miami of Ohio are not brutal, shitty teams. So this week's game, I don't know. You know, our defense, listen, I drank the Kool-Aid. A couple of things about the game, though. Let's start about the game. First of all, I went with my daughter and her friend. We got there kind of early. And there was all kinds of news bulletins about like, hey, there might be a storm coming through, blah, blah, blah. And a buddy of ours is actually a cop at the Middlesex County Sheriff's Office, and he was laughing. He goes, guys, just want to let you know, it's funny. He stops by our tailgate. Other tailgaters think like, oh, those guys, what are they doing? Coke over there, stuff like that. So, but he's like a buddy. He says the official rule, which I didn't know this in New Jersey, is at 15 miles out, if there's a thunderstorm, they have to announce it. Hey, you, like seek cover if you want to. And then when the storm is 7 miles out, legally, they have to stop the game. Then they have to wait till it's 7 miles past again. And then they got to wait an hour. And then the game starts. So we're sitting there. I saw clouds moving in. I guess it was about 45 minutes before the game. And we're having fun. And my friends and family, like we always, you know what the tailgates are like. And all of a sudden, my daughter just casually, we were about 40 yards away from the tailgate where my car was. My daughter just says, Dad, I want to go in early. I just want to feel like going in early. I'm like, all right. Then I looked at my watch. I'm like, you know what? Let me bring my beers and my stuff that I brought back to the car as well. As I head to the main aisle where you walk down, cops are ripping down that center aisle. in the yellow lot, which you've been to. Seek shelter, seek shelter. And I'm like, for some reason, I'm walking like, I'm wearing probably the same shirt. I'm walking down like, well, that's for the other people. Like, it's like,
Those for the poor. That's for the poor.
All of a sudden, yeah, that's for people who go to Burlington. All of a sudden, I was in the Wizard of Oz. Dude, the wind.
Dude, I'm at Yankee Stadium. I got smoke too.
The wind started to swirl, and I see my daughter was like 15 yards away, and all of a sudden, those flags and stuff like that, intense. I yell out, "Get in the car!" Because she was with all of a sudden, there's 3 people with her. I'm like, "Get in the car! Get in the car!" By the time I got my fat ass in, because the guy parked close to me, I get in, and a monsoon winds. The car was shaking. I look to my right. There's a child in my car that's not mine. And he's like an 8-year-old kid. I look at Natalie.
Wait, who is it?
I go, Nat. I go, hey man, who are you? And meanwhile,
what the
there's like, so I go, because I'm thinking, where are your parents? Because I know if Natalie was 8, or the kid might have been 10. If Natalie was 10 years old and that storm hit, and I didn't have her in my I wasn't holding her, I would have been like, I would have freaked. And so Natalie goes, "Oh, Dad, that's," and she's like, "That's so and so's kid," and it was a name. It turns out it was Steve Mattioli and Dawn's grandson, a kid got bigger. I didn't recognize him. So they kept on naming, like, who's your dad? He said his dad's name. Like,
who is your daddy and what does he do?
So finally, I'm like, hey, buddy, you got a phone on you? You got to call your mom. He's like, yeah, I'll do it later. I'm like, no. It's like, everybody, there's going to be guests here. And he finally does it. I hear in the background going, oh, thank God. I was screaming.
Well, how did he get there?
He walked with Natalie because he was going to walk in with them because he wanted to go in early. Anyway, so we're in the car. All of a sudden,
it's a fucking daycare in the backseat of Jimmy's car.
I went from being like a little bit nervous, but you know what? You forget 10-year-old boys, and Miles would be the same way. He was like, "This is awesome!" Like he felt like he was totally engaged in it. Like, so I looked to my left, and there's an older guy, and like his son. The son was like 50. Dude, their flag, that thing you put under the tire, it started to bend. And I don't think, like, I guess he didn't see it being inside the car. So I like rolled down the window a little bit. And I'm like, I pointed to the flag and he saw it. Dude, if that thing had snapped, it would have killed somebody.
We saw, hey, listen, over the summer, we saw an umbrella take out somebody like on the beach. So,
right. So, yeah.
So, possibly happened.
But dude, the guy gets out of the car, bro. The rain was sideways into his face. Okay. He looked
Ollie Williams.
He looked like he was on the deadliest catch. He's out there and he has to bring that pole all the way down those little buttons. And my initial reaction was to go help him, right? But then I realized that's a one-man job. And what am I gonna do? He looked like he was in shape. I would have gotten wet.
Would have slowed the whole process down.
The whole thing. The flag would have ended. I would have ended up killing. I would have got killed. And
he's out there with the flagpole. What movie is that? You call this a storm? What is that? Fucking The Perfect Storm or
yeah, Perfect Storm. And anyway, it was brutal. Then all of a sudden, everything stopped. And and I told Natalie, wear your shitty sneakers because in case it rains, it'll be muddy. And then we get into the game. Then we have to wait an hour. If you and I were there, though, you could still, the alcohol was available. It's like,
you want to hear some crazy shit? I was at the Yankee game when that thing rolled in, and I was a part of like a Jim Beam unlimited drinking suite thing. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. So if this thing comes in, so riddle me this. This is where the Yankees really get you. So like my cousin bought like 24 tickets for a bunch of my family to go and like celebrate her birthday or whatever. And we're all there. And the unlimited drinks is actually just a little scan thing you have on your phone. And it's actually $300 worth. So now it's $300, $600 a couple. So in my mind, I'm like, no, there's no way we spent $600.
Right.
Or I was like, challenge accepted, right? Like, let's see what happens here. But the problem was they locked that card after the 5th. The storm came in after the 5th. So,
so now you're
I can't even like get unlimited. I mean, we bought shots and booze and shit, but like I'm like, dude, I can't even get my unlimited shit during the storm. But it was, everybody was underneath the thing, right? Underneath the Jim
Right.
Beam suite, and we're all like, all these poor people out here with all in the expo. Then all of a sudden the wind turned a certain way and it just whoosh right into our suite. We're all like, oh my God. It was a mess.
Telling you, it was a weird East Coast little storm there. And then, of course, we watched the game. Rutgers, listen, their defense still struggles a little bit. The other team moved the ball. But I got to tell you, I think this Rutgers quarterback, I drank the Kool-Aid. I admit it.
He's Arch Manning a Jace, I guess.
I think he's better than Archie Manning.
Dude, come on, I'm telling you. I know. Listen, we looked at each other a couple of weeks ago. And we're like, "Ooh, NFL pass." You know
what did I say to you? I texted you. I said, if you were sitting next to me, there was at least 9 times NFL pass. He was throwing darts, and all these Rutgers fans were like, "Oh, Mike Teal, Gary Nova." I'm like, "Yeah, I had fun with them." This is the Big Ten, and this guy's throwing rockets, and he also controls the game. No stupid offside penalties. I'm telling you, I think this kid is. I don't know about NFL, I don't know about his size and all that, but. All I know is, you know what? Again, the guy used to be on the Penn State, McPherson. Too small, too this, too that. But you know what he does? When you start the ball on the 20-yard line, they get in the end zone. Is that a stat for the NFL draft? I don't want to hear about 4.2 40, his weight, upside. I want to go by, when he touches the ball, it goes in the end zone after like 8 plays. This kid is awesome. He had a great first 2 games against 2 not that bad of teams. Let's see how we play Carteret or Norfolk State on Saturday. Let's see how they do against Iowa the following Friday. But I thought Rutgers looked pretty good. They still sloppy on defense. He's got to get that right, but I'm not sure if he ever will. And listen, Rutgers is 2-0, but I realized that we're always 2-0. What I always say, September is our month.
I think I put that in the description, not the title of the description. It's like the Rutgers Scarlet Knights start 2-0 again.
That's all it is. Last year we were 4-0, and then
they go 4-0 this year and beat Iowa. That's a solid start.
Of course, Iowa got smoked by Iowa State.
Good.
But anyway, that's how that goes. Now, I was Sunday. I was an Uber driver with my daughter and getting things done, and the Giant game. The Giants, man, they stink. And let me tell you, it's awful because it's the same shit. You know what it is? They should be sponsored by Burlington. It's just shitty. It's just shit. Dable, I don't know how Shane and Dable, it's 4 years now. And not only, I can see if we lost 38-31 in a barn burner, all right, throw the ball around. No end zone, punting all the time, just nothing going on. To me,
there was one play, man. It's like going viral on TikTok. Abdul Carter has a free shot to land Jaden Daniels. I'm talking, he could have put him into the earth. And Abdul Carter's running full speed, and he goes, right? He just waves his hands. No approach to actually tackle the guy. Just waves his hands. And I'm like, wait, no, you put him into the ground, bro. That's the NFL, man. What are you doing?
Abdul Carter didn't. The only thing he did, he blocked the punt. Guy's hand on a punt. But
did he? Congratulations.
Yeah, it was his only play, I think. Just the Giant defense. The game, it was, you know what it was?
It was 14-6 all game. Yeah, it was they were right there the entire time.
You ever go to a nightclub and you're dancing with the hot girl all night? But
no.
she's glancing over at the guy who runs a 14.
She's glancing over at Jackson Dart. Like,
yeah,
hey,
exactly
hey,
right. And it just, that's what made it worse. The fact that it was the game itself. Because if the Giants were good, you go, all right, 14-6, score, 2-point conversion. Then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute. Not only are we not going to score, we're not getting a 2-point conversion. I would kick the one and lose 14-13 and feel good about myself. The whole thing, I didn't like, first of all, Wilson to me, I know we have no line. I get that. Worst line in football by far, I think. But you know what? Wilson is on his 4th team in 5 years. He looked like an aging LeBron. He looked so old. You know what? Give me the ball. I'll sling one. He looked old. It was horrible.
Just need him to be old one more week, and then you can make the switch, okay?
And then also, like, drop passes. Theo Johnson from Penn State. Like, I'm sorry, when you stink and a tight end does a little curl on 3rd down where he's going to catch it and run and get the first down, and there's nobody within 25 yards, you can't drop that ball. I'd have cut him on the spot. You stink.
We got a little hostility going on with Neighbors and Dayball too.
Yeah, well, let me tell you. First of all, you know what I feel about this? Neighbors is probably right, whatever he's saying. But you know what, Neighbors? You haven't done anything either. You're on a losing team. You're part of the losing culture, and you dropped a pass, my friend. And when
don't talk to me about drop passes. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know anything about it.
Yeah, well, my boy CD certainly cost you the game.
Christ.
I don't know. I just and one of our draft picks, Neal, the offensive line, he was a healthy scratch after being switched to the interior line. When you're a healthy scratch and you're a first round pick, that is just cut him now.
We had one too. We had Mozzie Smith, our defensive tackle, first round pick, healthy scratch.
Yeah, healthy scratch, which means he stinks. And also a unique thing. So I was a remote genius because you had the Yankees, Mets, Jets, Giants, and the U.S. Open final, which I do watch tennis, all going on at the same time. So you had to I was doing commercials going to the Jet game for a minute. Then I switched to the Yankee game for a minute. I was just trying to go back. And then after a while, I definitely was watching the U.S. Open for 5 minutes because I didn't care when we got back to the Giant game. It was just, Alcaraz totally destroyed him. And I'll talk about tennis briefly because I know you don't care about tennis.
Not even the slightest.
You just can't believe how good these Sinner and Alcaraz are, man. I don't care about how many majors they've won and all that stuff. These guys are playing at a level where, if they played like someone from 10 years ago, I think they'd win 6-0, 6-0. That's how good these dudes are, man. I don't know what they teach, how they do it, the healthiness. They're tall, strong. It's not. If I hit a ball that hard, it would go out of the stadium into Shea. It's unbelievable. And the kid just dominated a guy who is also very good, and kicked the shit out of him. Anyway, so yeah, the Giants Sunday, that's the other thing. Also, Cowboys Thursday, we got to mention it. Your Cowboys played okay. Eagles are good. I'm just tired of the Eagles. You know why? Because now we got Barkley, right? He's running all over the place. Now we
held him to 60 yards.
I know, but he's still there, and they win, and fuck him. And then you have one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league, your friend and mine, Mr. Daniel Jones, throwing darts all over the place. 22 for 29.
First team in NFL history to score on every offensive drive of the game.
And who's the quarterback?
Daniel.
Insane. So I got to watch Barkley win. Daniel Jones now just became Johnny Unitas. Okay?
That's what Sam just said.
And then it's just, it's like, oh my God! I don't understand.
Maybe the problem. You ever get that instance where it's like, you know what the problem is? You like the Giants, they're the problem. All of a sudden, can't win there.
Here to me is the death sentence for me. Mm-hmm. Week 8, Giants are 1-7, and somehow the Patriots are on the 4:00 game. Somehow, I doubt it, but maybe. And there's injuries to their quarterback room. If I see Danny DeVito for the Patriots slinging the ball around, I'm going to be like, I would, as well, Wellington Mara. John Mara, worst owner in sports, he has to.
I'll raise you.
Totally is. He doesn't handle anything well. Eli Manning started from 1958 to 2000, and he benches him for Geno Smith for one game.
He didn't bench nobody. It wasn't him. It was the fucking reject of a coach you had that year.
No. You're the owner, dude. I don't understand. One thing, listen, Jerry Jones, okay, as much as he drives me crazy over the years, now he's old and nobody cares. But one thing about Jerry Jones, you know what? We're not signing Parsons, trade him. Fuck it. Saquon Barkley, you're the owner. You walk into the room and just say, I just sold $1 billion worth of our business. By the way, Giants sold 10%.
Saw that, yeah.
And that's $1 billion. God bless America. You walk in and say, hey, Shane, yeah, nice kid you have there. But listen, sign Barkley by 4:00. Talk to you later. That's what you do. Instead, this go into your back room. He stinks. Giants stink. Daniel Jones is throwing touchdown passes. And this is what an awful. And plus, all of that, I ended up missing your fine birthday party. Happy birthday to Dave Sturcho here.
Tomorrow. Everybody don't go crazy. It's tomorrow. I'm not 40 yet.
You celebrated on Sunday.
I got 11 hours left.
You're 39 for 11 more hours. So what'd you guys do? Have a bunch of people come over, family, roaming
Yeah,
around,
my
kids, all that?
closest friends and a lot of my family came over, and we set up
That's
two
very
TVs
cool.
outside on the patio. We hooked it all up and watched
Beautiful. Yeah.
football, and it was great. It rained literally up until the start of the party, and then the sun was out. It was the weirdest
That's
thing.
beautiful. That's
But it was a great
beautiful.
day.
Did your kids give you any birthday gifts yet?
Not yet, not yet. So,
That'll be
I mean,
tomorrow.
the party was the gift, I guess. Like
All
I
right.
don't, that doesn't matter. My brother, so funny. So me and my brother are going out to Vegas on November the 17th for the Cowboys Raiders game. I've never been out to the new stadium yet. And I put the I put the trip on one of my credit cards, and I was like, let me just book it. Let's get it done. Blah blah blah. My brother's gift to me was the entire amount for the trip in cash to the penny. So like he actually taped quarters and nickels and dimes on the card, and he gave me every cent back. So he paid for the entire trip. So shout out to my brother. I mean, that was not an easy purchase at all.
There you go. Yeah, you know what? Actually, do the Giants play at Vegas? They probably play Vegas too.
I'm not sure. I'm actually going to and now here's another thing. I'm going to the Giants Niners game on November the 2nd for my best friend Greg. He's turning 40, and he's a 49er fan. Yeah. So he's getting a bunch of people. And it's so fun, dude. Jimmy, you laugh at this because it's like
that. But that could be a bad event.
But everybody always knows me as like, you got to check the Cowboys schedule first, right? Like, this is my best friend. I've known him since freshman year of high school. So he goes, yeah, we're going to do the Giants 49ers game on November 2nd or whatever. And I was like, oh, yeah. He's like, I figured you'd go, right? And I'm like, yeah, like just kind of like nodding. Then I pull up my phone. I'm like, all right, Google, what do we got here? Cowboys play Monday Night Football that week, so I'm clear. So we're good to go.
You lucky dog!
Lucky son of a bitch. I'm gonna be able to go to that game and wear some red against the Giants.
You're gonna wear the 49. Yeah, the Giants.
I ain't wearing no jersey. I'll wear this fucking hat. No one's gonna tell me nothing.
No one's gonna kid. There'll be nobody there. Yeah, first of all,
by November. Remember, your biggest thing was, can they be relevant until Halloween? So
I actually think you're not that good of friends with the guy, because you should have said, why are we going to there? Like, why? Like, you'd be better off going to the Galaxy Diner in Rahway and just drinking at that little bar in the back there.
That's gone now, but yeah,
it's all gone. That's back in the day. We used to do that. I used to drink at the Galaxy Diner,
right across the street from the Pyramid Club.
Yes, which I used to work out there, and I'd look down on the treadmill and see these fat people coming out of the diner. I've talked about this.
Yeah, you have.
Fat bastards coming out of the diner, and then I would be like, oh, I can go for Taylor Hammond. I would work out and they go to the diner.
Wow, 40. I was in the middle of getting divorced when I turned 40. Oh, that's good. Well, I still got time.
All right, Sam.
Thank you, Will Pena. Appreciate you, buddy.
So you be turning. I remember 40. Yes, indeed. I had a surprise party at my buddy's house. Me and my cousin John. They celebrated at the same time. The only time I've been had a surprise party. Totally surprised. That was a good time. Good time. So yeah, NFL stinks. I can't watch anything. It all makes me sick. Manungai last night,
he played
one catch, 11 yards. And you know what I'm going to say about the Bears. But of course,
I can't believe they blew that game yesterday. Oh my God.
First of all,
between that game and watching what the Bills and the Ravens were able to do on Sunday night,
I fell asleep. I fell asleep with 4 minutes to go. I was like, I'm going to bed. I'm shot. And next thing you know, in the morning on the Today Show, if you were awful. But all of this, of course, now we have a very unique NFL stinks list now.
Oh yeah,
because it's sponsored by Absolute Eyewear, 42 Main Street, Woodbridge, New Jersey, 732-326.
Eyes.
3937-326-3937-732. Area code Craig and Jay Bird Michaud. Opticians. I have trouble with the word opticians. I don't know why.
Is it the stinks list time already?
Yes, it is. Yeah, there we go. You know what? I tell you, the production of this show is just completely kicking ass. And so go check out the Absolute Eyewear in Woodbridge. Now, I had our tailgate. I had so many random glasses that were like busted, screwed up. And Janine goes, Jimmy, just put them in a bag and give them to Hank at the tailgate, because he had to work. She couldn't go to the game. She's like, I'll take care of it. So poor Janine is like probably looking at a menagerie of shit.
Craig made her work on a Rutgers home game Saturday.
Well, I guess I don't know. They rotated.
Come on now, Craig. What are we doing here, bro?
I think she'll be at the Rutgers Iowa game.
That's a Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night. I'll see if I have an extra ticket for you. You'll
always have an extra ticket for me, Jim.
But go to Absolute Eyewear here at Shea. Of course, Charles Oakley's there hanging out with Dave's kids. It's a good time. Go check it out. Open 5 days a week, closed Wednesdays and Sundays. They got everything, all kinds of eyewear and all that stuff. Next week, I'm going to do the Bob Shepard on the Absolute Eyewear. We'll save it for next week. Okay, now, NFL Stinks List Week 1. Very exciting because, well, first we're going to do the AFC. It didn't even know about the AFC anymore. Of course not. Here we go. I've got the Buffalo Bills at good. Why? Because the Ravens stink. I'll tell you why the Ravens stink, even though I'm not even going to get to the Ravens yet. Dude, the Ravens just lose. If there's a big game, the Ravens lose. They lose big game. And it's not the quarterback's fault. Harbaugh, the Ravens, to be a Ravens fan is like the opposite of being a Met fan. You're right there. You take the girl out, you have dinner, you come in, and your car stalls. Awful. New York Jets, I have as average. I thought the Jets played okay. Patriots and Dolphins, I'm sorry, you stink. Cincinnati, I got them as average. Pittsburgh Steelers, I got them as average. Beating the Jets, certainly no big deal. Ravens.
Listen, put some respect on Aaron Rodgers' name. He went back to his old team and smoked them for 4 touchdowns.
Yes, but I'm sticking to my guns. If you think Aaron Rodgers is going to kick ass all year long, you're sad.
You know what the most hilarious?
He's going to get.
It's the most hilarious thing, though. Ready for this, Jimmy? Halftime of the Packers game, they honored the 2010 championship Super Bowl champion. Mike McCarthy was there. A bunch of people. They're like, "Where's Aaron Rodgers? He's still fucking playing."
I know, which is yes,
that is wild.
Listen, he is an aging player, and I don't dislike him. He's weird, but I refuse to. Everyone's like, "Oh, Aaron Rodgers is back." Wait do you see? No, you watch. The team's gonna. I can't wait till he gets exposed, and they won't cover it that way. I want to do the announcing. Oh, Aaron Rodgers here, exposed. He's 87 years old, and that'll do it here. So, yeah, Ravens and Cleveland Browns stink. They won't be good until Shador is behind the 5 center. Now, Indianapolis Colts with Danny Dimes at quarterback. You are very good. I'm putting the Colts at very good.
Wow.
Just because I'm pissed at the Giants. So I'm putting them at very good. I assure you that's probably temporary there. So don't get
I don't know, man. A lot of people they're buying into the hype right now for the Colts.
Jacksonville Jaguars I have as good. Titans I have as stink, and the Houston Texans I have as average. I don't know why, I just felt it. The Los Angeles Chargers, very good. Denver Broncos, average. The Raiders, average. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in many moons, your Kansas City Chiefs. I don't care. I watched a little bit of that, enough of that game. I think the Chiefs stink. So I got them as stinkless. So the 2 teams you got to watch are the Chiefs and Colts. Let's see if they don't reverse cause there.
You know how this plays out, Jimmy. Come on.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I don't think the Chiefs got it, and the referees didn't help them. So how are they going to win a game? Now, NFC East, I have the Eagles only as good. It's either the Cowboys, either the Eagles aren't that good, or the Cowboys are pretty good. I don't know what's going on there. I couldn't give them the VG, the VGG. I could not give them the VG on that. The Commanders, I'm giving you average because when you play a shitty team like the Giants and you don't pull away till real late, you're average. But they won the game, so I put the Cowboys as average. I don't know what the Cowboys. I mean, they finished the season as a stink, but
we're about to find out next week.
We're going to find out. You know what? No, actually, we're not even going to find out next week. They play the Giants.
I know. Well, in typical Cowboys fashion, you rise up and people are like, "Ooh, I think they might be better than what they expect," and then the Giants will come in and beat them, and you're like,
the Giants are 2-22 against the Eagles and Cowboys. It's awful. But we have a special edition here. Giants, of course. Giants have been on the stinks list. I think for the whole time.
Yeah,
I think 1 week.
I don't remember a time when they were actually
average.
Average.
Beat somebody and I bumped them up to average.
Yeah, maybe
they dogged somebody that cost them a draft pick. But now we have a very special thing. Part of our Patreon segment here. The NFC North will be handled by Tyson Hogan. They both sent me in their stuff. Of course, they gave me a little too much information. I said,
"Yeah, I was going to say, how many? You're going to give them an open book now? They're going to
no,
well, you see here in the first quarter."
Well, we'll do it like this. Green Bay, I'll do mine first. Green Bay Packers I have as good. And Tyson Hogan has them as good. So that's even. And he made a little comment. They did what they had to do against Detroit. Minnesota Vikings I have as good. And what does Tyson have? Tyson also has him as good. So we're thinking alike there. Overcome some early hiccups, played well at the end, which is true. Now, I have the Bears as stink. That Bears team, they stink. The
They're
Bears
average.
stink.
They're average.
I got him.
Caleb Williams looked a lot better than what he's looked like.
Oh,
he did.
Stinks. They stink. And they don't play Monungai enough. But of course, Tyson has them as average, so we differ there.
I'm with Tyson.
And then Detroit Lions, I have as average. I'm just not willing, but he has them as stink.
Wow.
So we differ. Yeah, he's like me. He watched the game. He said this team stinks. And he thinks with the loss, both their offensive and defensive
coordinators. Yeah, it's a big deal, man.
They're in need of identity. Yeah,
I saw a really good meme. It said this is Jared Goff without Ben Johnson, and it was Dan Orlovsky. So I was like, that's perfect.
There you go. So again, Tyson Hogan has Packers good, Vikings good, Bears average, Lions stink, and we differ on the bottom two. Now, the NFC South is being handled by your friend and mine, Mr. Darryl Clark. And he also sent me some information. It's quicker than a little quick. So I have the Tampa Bay. Okay, first of all, you know what I'm going to say here. Why don't we do it like this? I have Tampa Bay, Atlanta, Saints, Panthers stink. That whole division stinks.
Whoa.
They all stink. They stink.
Tampa Bay is going to win that division, I think.
First of all, winning the division has nothing to do with whether you stink or
I know. I mean, you can win it under 500, but I'm just saying.
And me and Darryl Clark were all together on everything, except he does have Tampa Bay as average because they beat a bad Falcons team, but a win is a win. But they're all 0-1. That division stinks, I'm telling you. So the only difference, really only three differences. The Bears, Lions, and Tampa Bay, we differed, but only by one. So none of us got stupid. So that's
it. It's September 9th, right? There's only one game in. Look at I'm marking this now for me. The Tampa Bay Bucks are going to be a problem for the rest of the league once they get cooking. Because those receivers, Baker Mayfield, the running Bucky Irving, that team. They're ready to go on a run of sorts.
I agree with you, but I decided since it's week one, there's plenty of time for growth.
No, of course. I mean,
I was just like, you know what? I looked at it, I went, that whole division stinks. I just wrote S's down the thing.
You're welcome.
The last one, NFC West, which always flirts with being the best.
49ers just cut their kicker this morning, so he's out. That's Moody from Michigan. They got rid of him.
Really?
Yeah, bye-bye.
49ers, Cardinals, and Rams I have as average. And the Seahawks, I think, stink. As Dave chokes on a can of Coke right there. I thought you were going to drink the can.
Dude, I was taking a sip back and my chair just gave out. I was like, why am I going so far back?
Have another scotch. I mean, what's going on there?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I have 3 averages and a stink. So the week ends with 13 stinks, 12 averages, 5 goods, and 2 very goods.
Wait, who were your very goods?
Very goods were the Colts and the Chargers.
Listen, it's another team. If Justin Herbert has unlocked himself from what he's supposed to be, fucking Chargers could be on money too, man. And what's this guy's not dropping balls anymore? Quentin Johnson.
Well, listen, it's week 1, and so the stinks list has 2 contributors now, so that's a different thing. Plus. Listen, the Colts, there's movement. Well, actually, you know what, though? The Giants aren't going to move. I'm telling you right. There's certain Patriots and the Giants.
We'll be singing a different tune, man. I know I'm going to sweat that game out on Sunday. I can feel it. I don't know why. But
when's the last time you sweated a Giant game out?
I don't know. It's been a while, but I just feel.
I
don't know.
You were 8.
No, they won Super Bowls in my lifetime.
Oh my God.
No,
the years we won Super Bowls, we never. I'm telling you, it's a mess. I mean, would I like to see the Giants knock them off? Sure. But what if the Chiefs lose 0-2, Giants 0-2?
Well, Chiefs got the Eagles this week.
What if they lose?
We're all Chiefs fans on the NFC East, and we're all, believe it or not, didn't think this was going to happen this quick. But I hope Micah Parsons gets after Jalen Hurts a whole bunch. Thursday Night Football is going to be amazing. It's the Packers and the Eagles. Can't wait.
He didn't play that much, but he got a couple of
Yeah, that's another thing, man. Like, do I really got to sit through a whole season of them just for shoving him down our throats? Like, they're like,
Dude,
Michael Parsons showed up
who are
and
you?
showed out. I said,
Wait.
buddy, he had a sack in garbage time, and like they're like, well, he generated pressure. I was like, the guy was on the field half the time. Well, you should see when he wasn't on the field. I'm like, I'm well aware how the teams are when he's not on the field. I'm well aware.
Dave, I
don't want to hear this shit all goddamn season.
Listen to me very clearly. I have zero empathy for you. You know why?
Because Saquon Barkley won the Super Bowl.
Because every fucking week I had to watch and Barkley and Russell. It was off. I know if Parsons has 15 and a half sacks and the Cowboys finish 6-11,
Johnny is explaining what I feel. I sweat the Giants games because of the backlash that we could possibly take by the Giants fans the following day if they actually lose a game. Yeah. That's what I sweat more. Like if you lose to a game in the September against the Giants, I'm like, whatever, we'll get them back in the next time. But like for me, I have to deal with you. I have to deal with all these other Giants.
Yeah, but listen, first of all, I don't think we've
McGregor because they just beat the Cowboys.
Since you've been doing the show, I don't think we've beat Giants haven't beaten the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
There was one game where it was close, about 4 years ago, maybe, right before the pandemic.
Maybe
it was like 17.
Well, if it was before the pandemic, you weren't doing a podcast yet. So
was it? Was it after the? No,
we started the podcast in 21.
Okay, I know. I was bartending on a Monday night, watching, and the game was like we had the ball. I think we lost by 7 or 8. Somebody check on that. Anyway, I can't. The whole thing makes me sick. Giants stink, but Cowboys. I don't know about the Cowboys yet. CeeDee Lamb blew the game. He dropped every.
He'll be fine.
Ball.
He might not drop another ball this year, to be honest.
He will be. And I thought he handled it. It's funny. People think with the teeth and crazy shit, but his press conferences, he's pretty. He's
not
in that neighbors Beckham category. I don't think so.
No, he's not like a diva. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
he's
a ball. He's a professional.
I dropped too many balls, and that's not going to happen again.
Do you know he went to the stadium the next day when they got home? Everybody went home and went to sleep, and he was at the fucking field on the jugs
catching
machine.
Ball.
Yeah,
it's great. I love.
So it's like you see that, and you got to respect it.
You got to respect it. I think he's the best receiver in the league and have for quite some time. in other news, Jimmy was still in the pandemic. You know what?
Jimmy was the one that back in like 22, he would still be like, it's still running rampant. You got to be careful. And it's like, dude, fuck.
First of all,
I heard it once in 2025. We're in September? I heard the word COVID once.
Okay, no.
So I think
two friends of mine just got it.
Here we go. Here we fucking go.
You know what? I was always going to say, I hope you get COVID. That's what I was going to say. Anyway,
yeah, Miles had a runny nose last night. I was like,
if Miles gets COVID, you're going to be like on all the websites. What do I do? But I don't know if anybody notices I'm a little fidgety today, which is not from any of the coke I'm doing. No, I hurt. My Dave, don't choke on it. Dave is choking it.
Fucking hurt my rib.
And Dave starts wants to talk about it. What, I just drop a leg on you?
Yeah, dude, that was it was very unexpected. You're just like, it's not the coke I'm doing. What the fuck?
Well,
God damn, that hurt.
I injured my neck. And
I just injured my rib.
Dude, I'm hurting. I'm like, I can't play. Forget about pickleball. That's gone. Last week I tried. In a sad thing, we had our fall league softball. Okay, I was 8th round draft pick in that league. First of all, fall softball is awful. It's dark. Game starts at 9:30.
I love fall softball.
Oh, please. But you can't hit
under the lights.
I know, but you can't hit. So the
been a while.
Fucking asshole. I was 1 for 3. My first time up, it was great. For if we were being broadcast on like ESPN and I get up, everybody's 28, 30, some older guys, but like I just casually slapped the base hit first pitch. After that though, 2 double plays. I couldn't run. My neck's killing me. I'm at the chiropractor. I'm going to acupuncture this week. I got to go to. I'm a fucking mess.
Jimmy is feeling all of 60 years old.
I'm sick. I can't have this. I can't be. And by the way, I don't get injured. That's not my thing. I'm fat, but I don't get hurt. I still play. Matter of fact, that's how we judge whether you're hurt. Like if we had a softball game right now, could you play? That's me and my brother. Like whenever one of us gets any kind of injury, it's like, there was a game right now. Could you play? He says, yeah.
That's how I used to consider it when I was younger, and I was like, "Am I tired? I don't know. Can I go outside right now and play football?" Like that's how it was. That's how
Totally
I
agree.
felt.
Totally agree. Of course, it was your birthday. Happy birthday. We covered that already. We also have something cool going on. I have to go as of right now anyway. I'm not going to the Rutgers game. I'm going to Pat Volkemer's mother's 80th birthday party on Long Island, which will be fun for me. I haven't seen the boys in a while. But you, Dave, what are you doing on Saturday?
Well, I haven't heard any confirmation yet, but apparently I'm going to be doing my role as Dave Destruction
now,
in
what
Beer
we're
League.
doing with Dave is he was in a little bit of the pilot, but we're doing this whole insert thing, which I think is going to be funny. He's going to have fun with it. I don't really want to tell you what you're doing, but you'll be shooting that on Saturday, which is really cool. I think you're going to have a good time. Matter of fact, I got to talk to Tom about that, so I want to be like maybe
I got to get confirmation to make sure I'm doing it. Like I just haven't. He said he was going to hit me up today, which means he'll hit me up Friday,
tomorrow,
Friday afternoon.
But good news about Beer League is a couple things. We're supposed to get a first cut, really Wednesday or Thursday. And what's cool about that is because I said to him, I said, wait a minute, we're not all didn't shoot everything. He goes, no, we're getting a first cut, and then we're going to have a thing that just says, Dave's thing here. We also doing some inserts with Beer League, so you're gonna see where it goes, because that's critical where things are shoved in. But that's pretty quick. I got to give Tom Baldinger, 624 Productions, a shout out for getting that thing moving along. We're also, the name of the show is changing, and I don't want to say what it is. We didn't say it last week, did we?
I think you mentioned it. Yeah,
I did. I don't want to do that because we're getting a new logo right now, and tomorrow. Thursday probably now, I will be all new social media for Beer League. We're going to have a new account on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Twitter, whatever the fuck you call it, Instagram, everyone we can think of, even one of those Trump ones. We're gonna
be on Blue Squares. It's like, all right, cool.
Fucking we're gonna everything we can. It'll be with the new name and the logo, and we're also gonna get a website, which I have to talk to One Bite Creative. Call Brian at One Bite Creative. Hope he doesn't charge me too much because we don't have it. It's going to be the simplest website, like literally like basic with the logo, and that's it. I'm going to find out how much that's going to cost me. And so that's it. So it's a big week in terms of that. I hope you have a good shoot. I'll be on the phone. I definitely want to be.
I'll be on the phone micromanaging it.
Well, I want to make sure that if you're unhappy with something, someone's going to.
I have a general idea of what kind of shit I want to bring to this. Like, it's just going to be me dialed up to a trillion.
Make sure you bring different. Don't just go with one wardrobe. Come with two, because you could. In case something doesn't work, or you want to.
Yeah, no, I know. I spoke to Tom about it before.
And you could also wear your Fight Factory shit if you want, all that stuff. That should be fun. And of course, this is sponsored by. Listen, you have a shitty shoot on Saturday, and you have shitty carpets on Saturday. Why? Because you got to go to. Give me the finger.
Oh, up here, down
OxyMagicUSA.com, right here, and of course. Well, before we even get to OxyMagicUSA.com, our new logo, 213, it is watch 213.tv. Watch 213.tv.
If everybody sees that, if you're watching this on YouTube, the logo of Watch 213 TV is right in the smack in the middle now. And it's if you get the reference, those are the channels we had as kids, before cable came around. So that's where they get the name from.
That's where Beer League's going to be. We'll be sharing it all over the place once this thing's done. And also, please go to watch 213.tv and sign up. Just so we have signups. Everybody, if you're listening, all my Patreon people, I'll be sending stuff to my Patreon people to do that. But of course, that means your carpets are filthy, and you got to go to OxyMagicUSA.com. This place is great. They just did mine. My carpets look awesome, man. I swear to God. I have these
didn't you say your technician knows me?
Yes. And then I get there. He's like, you still doing your podcast? I'm like, yeah. It's like, he's like, well, I know Dave. I'm like, oh, yeah, how do you know Dave? I said, oh, you did his carpets. He goes, no, I didn't do it. He goes, I've been to the, what do you call it?
The War on the Shore.
The War on the Shore twice. My kids went, he was like all over.
That's pretty funny.
And he comments on your social media pages, he says, all the time.
Who is this guy? Do you know his name?
Well, I forget his fucking name now. I wrote it down. and his daughter might get into acting, so I'm helping him out there. But anyway, it's a big family
What the
affair
fuck is
here with the
this?
Cartwoods. He says he knows you. I mean,
All
from
right.
social media. So that's it on that. Also, I got it. How much time we got? Yeah, we're gonna be done, man. Another big day. Yesterday, I went for my fitting for. I'm shooting the television show Elsbeth, Elsbeth, on CBS. It's a spinoff of The Good Wife. I booked a gig last week, and it's shooting on Wednesday. I went to my fitting, and the guy, as soon as he saw me, he's like,
You're too fat.
he was like, third watch. He rattled off all. He goes, I fitted you like 8 times. I'm like, oh. And they actually had to put me, I guess I can't reveal much, but it's a little more upscale than I thought. I played it very blue collar, a little more upscale. He was putting me in clothes. I looked at him. I was like, you didn't get any of these at Kohl's, did you? He's like, no. I was like, oh my God. Very cool. It was a cool fitting. And tomorrow we shoot, which is I'm excited about. I think my scene is with the star and all that stuff. And that should be really cool. I'm really looking forward to that. We're shooting in Williamsburg, Brooklyn there. And I'm looking forward to it. Back on it's been a while since I did a network show. A little bit of a network slump. I mean, I've done the lower shows, but this should be fun. So that's it. It's a big week. And also, I got to call Brian at onecreative.com, onebitecreative.com. Sorry about that. And I think that's about it. So Dave turns 40 tomorrow. He celebrated his birthday. Hopefully your kids will get you a nice little
all
card.
downhill from here, man.
Dude, you turn 40, you're so shot. You're dude, you think, and you still go to the gym, you take supplements. What is that shit gonna end? At what
You
point,
know what's funny? My wife asked me that the other day. She's like, when are you gonna stop giving a shit? And I was like, I don't think that. I think it's in my blood now. Like I'm in an aesthetic
I think
business.
I think in 5 years you're gonna look like one of those heavyweight boxers from the 70s in between fights, and Dave Churchill is ballooning up. And you're gonna be a fat fuck. I know it when you put out. It's great that you keep in shape. I of course didn't go that route, but I just easy on the supplements, as they say.
Yeah.
How about just like have a glass of milk or something like that? Take a vitamin C pill.
Yeah, right.
A little zinc, a little magnesium day and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Cowboys play. When they play Thursday, you said?
No, we're playing the Giants on Sunday.
Play the Giants, and who plays Thursday? Eagles play on Thursday night. Oh my God, we gotta watch Parsons destroy everybody. It's awful. Anyway, I got nothing else. That's it. I got a booking. I got some auditions.
All right. Well, I gotta go.
Good.
I gotta go get my first ever custom suit. So I'm going to get that right now. Let's pick it up. So.
Oh, custom suit
custom,
day.
custom,
What is good?
Custom, baby. Come
you know
on.
what that means? You're a fat fuck. You can't buy it at the regular.
No. It just means I'm going a little bit above and beyond. In fact, I got
Wait,
myself.
are you getting a regular suit, wedding and funeral suit? That's what you need.
That's basically it's a navy blue with a little bit of pattern to it, with inside silver. It's very nice.
No, that's not a wedding.
Here's the cool part. Here's the cool part about the custom suit.
You're getting a jerk off suit. I can.
The custom suit is cool because I stitched my kids' names on the inside of the jacket, so that's the cool part for me. So now what do you got to say, you dick?
No, you know what? You know what I want? Next week you have a selfie of that suit with you in the suit.
Oh, I got a gig on Friday. On Friday, I'll be rocking it. So
a gig. It's not a wedding and funeral.
No, it's my first ever. I fuck it, dude. First of all, I paid like $700 for this fucking thing, so it better lay on me like.
Dude,
you should have
went. Dude, you should have went with me to Burlington. I could have got you half a dozen of those. And that will do.
Oh my God. Yeah, real funny, real quick. My dad always tells me this story where he was going shoe shopping with his buddy way back in the day. Like buddy's mom's gonna take him shoe shopping. And so my grandma, being my grandma, gave him $5 and she goes, get him 2 pair. Good night, everybody.
Good night.